So I think is going to be our spotlight of today. She's going to talk about her experience and journey because, yeah, something recently happened and she's been so excited. We would like to hear about that. And then she will then, I mean, just imagining that and how she has come along. Um, yeah, and then we can ask her questions and hopefully we can learn from her and learn from her experience. So, yeah, I wouldn't start. You can feel free to start from anywhere. You are the boss now, Lady N.
Thank you very much, Uncle Ban. You can. Okay, yeah, you known as Lady N2. And I just want to share my journey with you people. It's definitely not the end of the journey, it's just the beginning, but it's so exciting. And I thought, okay, maybe someone can get motivated and inspired. So I'll start by when I came here, that's 3 years ago. I came here in Germany. And when you're back home, the work that is always home food. Ake manzi, ke pansi, salaf, ake musu salaf. So there's definitely much more chores back home. So when you come here and it's one of your first months, there is no a big compound for you to sweep or water. Floor, there is no big floor that you need to, big home where you need to dry clean the floor. So, and I had time again before, because I was supposed to start at the university, but I had time like some 3 extra months. So I just dive into certifications. And I must mention this. I'd done sciences in high school, but I'd not done I'd not done computer science. That was a subject I didn't do. Not to talk of programming. I had not done programming back home. So I just came and started from scratch. So I started with the Python for Everybody course. This is a course that has also been recommended in our forum. That's a basic course to learn Python. Then did other certifications like in data science, big data, just basic. And I remember Lady T also did the one for big data, and she agreed with me that that was also an interesting course. So I did like not less than 4 certifications before school started. That was in 3 months. Okay, so the bottom line is, if you're new in the IT field, that's when I've not started studies. So the bottom line is, if you're new in the IT field, there are these certifications online. Some of them are for free that you can gather and gain your experience and have something to show for that passion. Because it's not only the certification that, it's not only the knowledge, it shows also that you have passion to learn. Okay, so presently it's about a year that I've been training people, mainly Germans, on how to program using Python. And that came about? So I just saw an online, and they were like, okay, if you're a student, at least you like teaching people maybe how to program, you can apply for the job. So I applied for it. Surprisingly, during the interview, the man was saying, yeah, he saw my CV, hi, did those certifications in HTML, Python, data structures, data science. And immediately as he was speaking, he started showing me the tools that they use to teach people. After, he was now telling me how there was a lady in the room that should be the one to send the contract to me. And my mind was like, am I understanding this German well? This man is already giving me the job. I thought you have to wait for one week and he analyzed everything. So he's already telling me how they work, showing me his computer, the tools they use in teaching. So I left and I was like, what? And before I was reaching the house, he had already sent me an email that I got the job. So I first of all started as a co-trainer, and now I'm now a trainer teaching how to study in Python. And what was based on that, it was the certifications I did, because my CV spoke for itself. Before I came for the interview, he had already seen my CV. I no need to. So it's a CV that's out there that speaks for itself. It not need my voice. And before I came, it's as if his decision was already made because he was speaking and he was just showing me how they are supposed to do the things. So he not asked me big questions like, Okay, so now I got now my practitioner, AWS practitioner, as most of you know, by December. And what I just did was I just had my CV and I just updated my CV showing that I have an AWS practitioner and kept it by the side. On January, I received an email that there's an online conference going on. So I just said, okay, let me register. And I needed to, of course, upload my CV. So from what I understand how the system works, I mean, that online conference is like there are many recruiters that are coming and they're giving speeches. And the only part of your profile is being shared with the recruiters. And if they see it and they like it, they ask for a request from you to send your full profile. And when you accept that they should see your full profile, they're able to send messages and exchange with you. So that time, January, that's when I was quite busy with studies and with some projects. And I just took that conference because I just received an email. So, and later I received a request from two companies that they wanted to see my full profile. Okay, one of them was from MSG company here in Germany, and the position was asking for full-time, and as a student, I can't work full-time. So the other one was Deloitte. So I just accepted that, then look at my profile. That was January, then I was not really concentrated on that. I had things to do. So I kind of forgot about it. And later, April, then on my LinkedIn profile, I received a request from a lady from, is it Lionbridge? And she was asking if because she saw my profile that I'm AWS certified practitioner, if I want to, there's a job opportunity, if I'm interested, I should send my email to her, let her send me the details. I agreed. I should send the email, and the job description was like, they are looking for people that can translate stuff, cloud stuff in AWS from English to German. Okay, so my mind was like, that's the big nice thing about IT, because I'm still a student, but I have a job as a trainer and I'm also a student consultant. So even though the job, I was like translating, I know I like it, so I don't want to go into that. And given the fact that before that lady wrote to me, the people from the company Deloitte that was in January, they reached out to me again and they said, yeah, I attended the conference in January and I accepted that and view my full profile. They want to ask if I want to get inside their business unit in cloud transformations and system engineering. I was like, okay, that sounds really interesting. They're speaking my language, cloud. And I was, okay, yes, I'll go for it. So the man, I had a brief telephone interview with the man. She was just asking, okay, if I will accept to work with them, where in Germany do I want to work? Do I want to move to another city? And later he just said, okay, he wants me to have an appointment, maybe an interview with the team members in the cloud transformation business unit in Deloitte. So I accepted. And a few days later, I had an interview with them. So the first thing the man said in the interview was, he asked me, can I say anything? No, he first of all said he noticed I had a AWS cloud practitioner that had done it in December. I said, yes. He said, how long did I do it? So they are 3 months. And he was like, okay, which courses did you use? I said, okay, the Stefan course in Udemy. After he now just asked, okay, tell me something that is not in your CV. I said, okay, I'm preparing for my AWS solutions architect. And he was like, wow, that's nice. He said, what else? I was saying Terraform. That's also another tool in cloud. So I spoke about Terraform and we exchanged. And he was like asking me how it works as we spoke about other things. And he was really quite impressed and said, okay, they have spoken to me and yeah, he really wants me to be in the team. That he has to speak to the other team members. That will I mind writing an application, applying for the job? writing an application just for documentation purposes. So imagine me, but imagine you have an interview before writing an application. I was like, what is this? Because normally you always apply for a job first, then you have the interview. But this time around, I have the writing an application after I've had interview for documentation purposes. I wrote it and sent to him. Some few days, they were like, "Oh, they want me in their team," and they gave me my contract I needed to sign. And I'm happy to say that by the 1st of June, I'll start working at Deloitte in their cloud transformation and system engineering business units.
Wow. Wow.
That's great. That's great. That is a great one.
So this has been so really good news. And I think one of my, if I'm to surprise everything and make my take-home message, it's like your CV should speak for yourself. Because my LinkedIn profile, okay, I'm getting an echo. My LinkedIn profile was out there, and this lady had to look at my LinkedIn profile and see that I'm AWS Cloud certified before she reached out to me. My CV was out there, and these people had to look at my CV first before coming to the interview and speaking. You will not be there and when they are looking at your CV and saying that, okay, I have some knowledge about this, but I'm not yet certified. The main thing is also certifications also shows your passion to a certain degree. It shows your passion to learn, especially for those that are still new in this IT field, those that are still getting in. Certifications is what really shows your passion. There's no blabbing, there's no shortcut around. And if a company wants to take you, even if they see that you don't have the experience, but just the fact that you have certifications, it means that you're willing to learn. Because I kind of put my mind in the recruiters. I kind of try to think about the recruiters' minds. Like, this is someone that I'm studying. I have my studies going on as well, my bachelor studies, and I'm working at the same time taking certifications. There's no lie in that I'm not passionate about what I want to be or what I want. And it's a CV that shows that. So those certifications, put it in your CV, put it out there. I think Uncle Ban and Kong Nyuyyu, many people in this group have said, create a LinkedIn profile. Just create it and put it out there, even though it's empty at the moment. As you're having your certifications, be updating your LinkedIn profile, be updating your CV. And that's the only way recruiters would know that you're passionate, you have passion for what you do. And also there's one function in LinkedIn, I don't know, where you choose if you want part-time job or full-time job, and you can make that, okay, only recruiter should see. And if you want to volunteer, you can choose on that setting, so it makes your profile visible to LinkedIn, to recruiters in LinkedIn. So I think the takeaway message is your profile should speak for itself, that your CV should speak for itself. And not forgetting, I hope this is motivation enough for people that have not taken the AWS certification should take this, please. Okay, so that's all.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Lila.
Congratulations.
My boss has
Congratulations.
spoken.
Congratulations.
Lady T, what did you say?
Congratulations.
Congrats.
My boss has
Congrats.
spoken.
I didn't get that.
When I told you my boss, he thought I was joking. See who the boss is now.
It shows now, huh?
It shows. So congratulations, my dear. Congrats.
Happy for you, Nyuyyu.
Thank you so much.
I know
What's
Mama
the name of your company again?
Nyuyyu is
See, I have a
smiling with the
glass.
left tongue now.
A toast to that. Congrats.
I know Mama.
Be free to say something.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say something to Nyuyyu, because for me to know that Nyuyyu came from not knowing computer science at all, because I want to do computer science in university as well, but now in secondary I haven't done any computer science, so I thought that it would be very difficult for me. It will obviously be difficult, but I thought, okay, this is going to be very hard, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. But now that I see that that Nyuyyu made is so successful already, so young, while she also didn't do university before university, didn't do computer science. It's very inspiring and very motivational for me to see that, because
Yeah.
sometimes, especially that I'm young, and it's hard sometimes to see how am I going to do this, and then to know that Nyuyyu did that without any computer science in secondary school, it's very nice to see, and I'm very proud of you, Nyuyyu, very proud, and
Wow.
yeah, it's
Oh,
very
good.
it's
Nice to hear that.
Oh,
See
thanks.
how
Lee.
Nyuyyu is motivating people?
yeah.
You
Nyuyyu?
can definitely do it. And you know, I got your back. So
Aha.
Thank
That's
you.
what we
Hey,
wanted to hear. That's what we
eh?
wanted to hear.
The new you of yesterday, the new you who says I am one, now one has become a ram race.
You see? Yeah. There's no one in IT.
There's no one anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You are the
just
CEO yourself.
yeah. So on going on further comments, I think what Auntie Yolande said, it's very important about the motivation and the desire that you had, because what I always say is um, because I've witnessed her motivation and passion, and to me, I give a lot of credit to her, because it's easy for someone to think that okay, you are sitting in the community or there are people around you that can inspire you, but the truth is, not everyone always take advice. Not everyone always listen to to some sort of to some sort of or follow a particular path. I mean, I don't know how many teenagers at her age really spend time into trying to build a future. Many at her age would definitely want to be doing something else, or they are still maybe caught up more into the world. But she has just she demonstrated that. I mean, when she arrived here and was able to do HTML and do Python, and was very frustrated. We have to always tell the other side of it, because she also applied for so many student jobs and didn't get one. And I know the frustration she used to have, but then you only just have to encourage her that it's going to happen. So it's always going to be that difficult part. But after that, when she finally had the Python course, as a co-trainer, and then within a short time, she was moved to a trainer, because she was always so pushed for wanting to be the best. And I mean, teaching Germans, right? You know, she's teaching Germans, teenagers, how to do Python. And I think there are some people here, she has helped also on Sunday, the Python courses. So, and with that, still with her university course, as Yolande said, she joined the AWS challenge, was so pushful, was so determined. I remember when she had her projects work and they were so demanding, and she didn't want to drop AWS. And there were times she would really see she had to drop her sleep, because she used to like her afternoon sleep. Now there's no longer afternoon sleep. She used to want to think she would sleep at night. Now she sleeps very late. So it's been what I'm pointing here is there should be enough effort. There should be passion,
Mhm.
like you are saying, Lenny, you know. So if you're interested, it's definitely, if it's easy, everyone will have it, right? So if you're thinking about it, you definitely have to be passionate. You definitely have to know that you're going to put some time. You've heard from you as well. She has had people sat down, and I've been through it. I know what it means to do certifications. But when you get into the rhythm and it's something that you love, it becomes natural. It becomes easy. And the good thing that I like with the IT field is that it helps you, like you see, so you see, you have your profile. You no longer mostly apply for jobs. You know, they always reach you to ask you, would you like to work here? There is a skill here. So yeah, we can only wish you the best, and her inspiration definitely. And I'm just like, for those who are also here, because the point I also look like, you know, we always have people sitting, not that sitting here, you know, there are some of us who maybe came to And that's why we have this community to show that IT cloud is an easy field, right? It's not so complicated. You just need to think logically. You just need to have a mind that you can sit and follow. So she came 3 years ago, but she's able to break into the field and work for a big company. So anyone who has been here for that long can also do it. You just need to have a community like this that can show people that are doing it, and you just have to follow the path. You don't need to go and reinvent the wheel. So that is the message I'll have. And before we have more comments, I just want to welcome Chami. Nice to have you joining, and Luis and Freddy. I noticed you people joined. So we are just talking about developments in the community, and we're happy to have someone who is getting a job starting 1st of June, one of the young people in the group, and yeah, interestingly celebrating also the mother who had her AWS practitioner course. So you have your hand up. You want to come in before others come in? You want to add something? Go ahead.
Yeah, just as you were speaking, just something came to my mind. Be passionate about things. An additional thing was commitment. That's also thing, because there are some days that it will be difficult for you to get over. Some days you feel frustrated, but continue pushing through. So that's one thing I wanted to add there.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, Brida, go ahead. Dr. Brida. Always want to say that you should get used to it. Dr. Brida, go ahead.
Yeah, congratulations, Nyuyyu. It's really amazing. I'm super proud of you. And something that you mentioned also about LinkedIn, yeah, I must say that LinkedIn is it's really a tool to use, because indeed in the past, at least in my experience for getting funding for my PhD and for getting the job that I had, it was through LinkedIn. So I think definitely it's a tool to take quite seriously, I would say.
Thank you for that addition. Thank you for that addition. So for people who have children that are here, imagine someone coming from Cameroon and is already at this position. So if you have a child here, yeah, make sure that they find this path. We need to dominate this industry. We need to be part of it. And of course, yeah, that's why I say this group has to grow bigger. Um,